until the day of resurrection. Then to me shall be your return, and I will judge between you concerning that wherein you differ. Taking this verse, many Muslim scholars say that Jesus bodily ascended to the heavens. They say the Arabic word rafa is meant to mean physical ascension towards God. This is actually in agreement with the Christian belief that Jesus actually went bodily to the heavens. The word used for ascension in this verse is rafa. In the context of Jesus Christ towards Allah or God. When rafa is used in normal language, what it means is to bring someone to yourself. For example, if I am to bring someone to myself, there are two requirements for it. One is that I should be absent from the place that I am bringing someone to. So for example, if I am to bring someone from the back of this room, then I can do so because I am absent from the back of this room. The second is that the one that I'm bringing towards me, I should have a specific location to bring them to. In other words, my absence from where I'm bringing them is required, and also my presence in a specific location is required for rafa to take place, to bring someone to me. So now applying the same rules in the context of this verse. Rafa, that is Jesus, is mentioned toward Allah. Rafa of Jesus is mentioned towards Allah. This would mean that Allah, God forbid, was not present where Jesus was. And Allah is only present at that one specific location where He took Jesus to. Can we accept this understanding? God forbid. The Holy Quran says something completely different. In Surah Qaf, chapter 15, verse 17, Allah says, "And assuredly we have created man, and we know what his mind whispers to him, and we are nearer to him than even his jugular vein." In this verse, Allah is saying that He is nearer to His beings than their jugular vein, the vein that connects to our heart. So if He's so near to us, where is He taking Jesus to? In the next verse of chapter 56, verse 86, Allah says, "And we are nearer to Him than you, but you see not." Again, the claim of Allah that He is near, in here, and everywhere. While these verses clearly state that Allah is near, then we must ask ourselves, where is He taking Jesus to? If He is everywhere, then how can one say that He is only above the blue sky that we see? If it means the spiritual ascension, which Rafa always means when used in the context of a man and God, then it would mean that raising of the status of Jesus, or the rank of Jesus, or honoring Him, or bringing Him closer to God, who is the Most High. We have to remember that Jesus' death on the cross would be a source of disgrace to Him, because the opponents made false accusations about Him. So by saving Him and causing Him to die a natural death, Allah is doing what we call rafa, or raising His status, ascending Him from the low state that His opponents claim to be He is in. Moreover, God is spiritual and man is material. How could a material thing go towards a spiritual thing? For those who think that it was a physical ascension, confine Allah, God, to a physical place, which Allah categorically denies, as He says, "I am near to everyone." Now this is not confined to just this verse. The word rafa is used in the exact same sense in many verses of the Holy Quran, and I would quote one. That is from chapter 24, verse 37. In this, you will see the word turfa'a, or which is derived from the same rafa, is used, and the translation is, the light illuminates houses with regard to which Allah has ordained that they be exalted. This is rafa, exalted, and that His name be remembered in them. Therein you glorify Him in the mornings and the evenings. Here it is said that Allah is doing a rafa of a house. If He make this as a literal rafa or physical ascension, how many houses in which the name of Allah is oft remembered, risen into the heavens? Here all Muslim scholars translated is exalting, raising the status of the people who praise Allah or remember His name in their houses. So the same would apply to when is used in the context of Jesus. I will quote another verse in which rafa is being used, and this is the same verse that I had recited before. And so I will quote the only portions of it, and it says, Allah said, O Jesus, I will cause thee to die a natural death, and will raise thee to myself, and will clear thee of any charges of those who disbelieve. Similarly, in this verse, Allah is saying to Jesus that I will cause thee to die a natural death first, and then will raise thee to myself. You have to realize that death is mentioned before rafa. This means that Jesus' death, natural death, will be a source of honoring Him, whereas His death on the cross will be a source of disgrace for Him. That is why Allah is saying He will cause Jesus to die a natural death, and then that would be a source of honoring Him. Another very important verse about ascension of prophets or morals. Like I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, that as Muslims it is fundamental for us to believe in Jesus as being a true prophet of God, is mentioned when the disbelievers demanded from the Holy Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, to ascend into the heavens, and then not only do that, send a book back, which they would read. What was the Holy Prophet's reply to that? The Holy Prophet replied, I am but a mortal and a messenger. This is taken from Surah Bani Israel, verse 93. And I quote the verse. Or, this is the disbelievers talking to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, saying that, or thou have a house of gold, or thou ascend up into the heavens, and we will not believe in thy ascension. They're saying, even if you bodily go into the heavens, we will not believe in it until thou send down to us a book that we can read. So in this verse, it's not only mentioning ascension, but descension as well.